So, you're a young college student, it's a new year, a new semester, and you're kinda shy and struggling to be a little bit less awkward in making friends. Not a problem. So right now, you're probably in college and you probably hate doing your homework and going to class and you can't wait to graduate. But what you don't understand is this is the last stage in your life where you are gonna have the chance to meet random new people organically in a passive setting. Right now, every time you go to class, random people are forced to show up and sit next to you. So it's easy to meet and make new friends. But once you graduate, outside of work, nobody will have any more reasons to randomly try and sit next to you. And the only people who are ever going to come up and try and start a conversation are people who want something from you. From that point, the only friends you make are the ones that you go out of your way to make. So if there was ever a time in your life that you wanted to overcome your fear of being shy and making friends organically, this is it. You're not going to get another chance after you graduate. This is as easy as it's ever going to get. So listen up. I used to be a shy and awkward kid growing up in high school. But I was able to stop being shy because fortunately I was constantly surrounded by big brother figures who were much smarter and much more experienced than me. And when I asked them, hey, what's your advice over getting over the fear of being shy? Like, how do I talk to people naturally the way you guys do? And they told me, look, dude, you gotta realize that talking is a skill. It's just like writing or fixing a car or typing fast or aiming in a video game. If you want to improve your talking, the solution is the same as wanting to improve anything else. You gotta spend time practicing and get as much experience as possible. That's really it. There's no way around it. It's just like there's no way to be comfortable riding a bike until after you've done it 1,000 times. So, with that new knowledge, my next question was, okay, but do you actually have any advice on how to actually do that? Like, is there any tips when it comes to meeting new people or making new friends? And they gave me a real simple blueprint that changed my life forever. And now I'm going to share it with you. There's 2 super easy, simple conversations that you can always have on the first day of each class. The first is you just pick an open seat next to the people you think you'd like to be friends with. Ask them, hey, is this seat open? Or is anyone sitting here? They'll probably say no. And that's when you go in and say, cool, sit down. And then you say, oh, by the way, my name's John. Nice to meet you. You extend for a handshake, and they'll probably introduce themselves to you and shake your hand. And from that point, you just relax and do small talk until the professor comes around and starts teaching. Now, the other conversation starter is when you sit down next to someone, and when things are awkward and quiet, you just say, hey, sorry to bother you, but I just want to make sure. This is macroeconomics 117, right? And they'll probably laugh at you and say, yes, yeah, it is. And that's when you go in and say, okay, awesome, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was in the right place. By the way, my name's John, nice to meet you. Extend for a handshake, and they'll probably shake your hand and then introduce themselves. And that's it. You just do that in every class wherever there's different people. Because if you do, now you have people that you know by name in every class. Every time you walk in, you've got people that you can say hi to. You can ask, how was your weekend? How did you do on the homework? You can bitch about the last test together. Or if there's a group project, now you have buddies that you can work with, and it's not going to be awkward. But you can really only do that if you set this up on the first day. If you miss your chance to introduce yourself then, it's much harder and more awkward to try and introduce yourself to someone that you've been sitting next to but ignoring for the last 3 months. And I know this probably sounds really daunting, especially if you're an introvert or if you're shy, but I promise the amount of confidence that you'll gain from this experience will be a monumental point of growth for you to learn how to be comfortable outside of your comfort zone. If you're in university right now, really just enjoy the ride, because this is the easiest it's ever going to be for you to make new friends. You might even come out of it with new friends that might stick with you for the rest of your life. And again, every skill you wish you had is really just a lack of practice. 2025 is a new year. If there's anything about your life that you want to improve, go for it. I'm rooting for you. So, hope that helps. Happy New Year's, everyone. And as always, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around.